Tami doesn't want to become Amish anymore. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter, married dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, mom Mary Ann. I'm the son of a carpenter, I get to make parables, and this is my latest image. I do a little graphic art. My real work is building Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. I see my graphic art livelihood, your livelihood as well. And my livelihood is building Jesus' immaculate house. Hijacked, stolen, as you try to call me. Whatever boring thing you get, phone ringing, error message, busy signal, it's not going to be boring. You need firemen, police, paramedics. I call that a 9/11 Flight 93 check of America's lifelines, of your family's lifelines. Not one 93 check call in 9 years of asking no certified mail about the 93 checks, or the Osama rumor about Obama being Osama's son, or these Tami parables I've been doing for a year now. Not one comment by phone or mail or anything that makes sense by internet. So make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me, and a lot of these sites you can find the big fives. You can find 20,000 of my examples of my work, including this. Next month, this will be there, 20,000 and growing. But you can find those big fives telling you how to check and post in 5 minutes. You make the video with your phone, like I'm making this video with this phone here in my hand, 424-229-4140, that phone. You make the video, whatever you get when you don't get me. You got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. And when it doesn't match up, and I post my call log videos to youtube.com/DNFD series, look for the Melton's call logs. Melton's call log videos. Every once in a while I'm growing a new body. The brown-eyed DNA taking over for the blue-eyed DNA, and it's got to go on with the whole body, and it's very, very painful with the muscles and the bones. And every once in a while I'll misspeak or something, and yeah, that's the blue-eyed DNA fighting it out with the brown-eyed DNA. But back to what I was saying, you make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. You got the time on your phone, you got the number down, and you make a video of it. When it doesn't match up, last call log video I made was Thanksgiving Day of last year. This is April 18th, I believe. When it doesn't match up, well, we got phone gate. And it's going to be something boring you get when you try to call me. Phone ringing, error message, busy signal. Whatever it is you get when you don't get me. Yeah, it's not going to be boring if you need firemen, police, paramedics. So tell everyone to check and post in 5, and yes, it's also money out of your pocket every day as you try to call up other customers, countless other customers, and you get that phone ringing, error message, busy signal, that boring thing. Well, those are the eyes. Used to be all dark brown, much darker than that brown part, the center there, and you can see what's whitish there. It used to be dark brown. I mean, darker than anything you can see there. The whole entire eye. Started changing in 96, and slowly but surely getting it done. Got to grow that whole new body to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Try to call me, tell me what you believe, and see religious censorship. Doesn't have to be something you hear in church. You only have to go to church. When you can't call me up to tell me what you believe or ask what I mean by Jesus' immaculate house here on earth, you see religious censorship, the same kind that places someone named Hussein in the highest office in the world, right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins. Oh, I don't play favorites. I don't like the buffoon Russian guy they got in there now. Make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me, post it. And let me get to my Tami. Tami is the no-arm Chinese fellow. My parable series about Tami, the no-arm Chinese fellow. How did he get to be missing both arms? He was brown-nosing, being blindly obedient. His boss, Wu, told him to stick his right arm into the wood chipper. They've always got a wood chipper handy. And Tami slowly fed that right arm into the wood chipper. The left arm saw what was going on with the right arm, was of course surprised. The body's never been chipping up arms before. They had that agreement. They told stuff. They zip up, they button up, they do the dirty work, wipe butts and pick noses. And Before Tommy lost both his arms, he was a professional nose picker. Now he just has to rely upon the kindness of strangers to pick his nose and wipe his butt. And I bet you can guess strangers aren't always kind. But when Lefty saw that Righty was being chipped up, he didn't want it to happen to him, so he jumped off. Yes, it's about the streets, the unseen business, whatever you might call that. Yeah, you see something bad happening to the Great Wall of People. That has just me and all those 20,000 plus graphic art photos, examples of my graphic art. And yes, that place is someone named Hussein and that buffoon Trump. You see something bad happening to the Great Wall of China, and a lot of folks are. Jump off. Don't let it happen to you. Now, Tommy, 241. Tommy is at the bar, Alice Bar. They just had one of their AA meetings. Yeah, Amputees Anonymous. Don't write me letters about saying how we should all have AA meetings at the bar, Alcoholics Anonymous. This is my Tommy Parable series, and yeah, don't write me letters. They just get stolen. If you do write me a letter, certify it, use FedEx, UPS, make a video of it first, because it will be stolen. But yeah, Tommy's there afterwards, and he's talking to Hezekiah. Now, the reason Tommy started going to the AA meetings is that he got tired of telling folks, he stuck his right arm in the wood chipper and the left arm just jumped off. He gets tired of telling folks that. So he goes to the AA meetings, Amputees Anonymous, and he gets ideas for what he can say besides that, because they got a lot of amputees there, one reason or another, and they tell their stories, and he listens, and he getting my stuff ready to roll here. He uses that. A bus ran over my leg, and I had to get it amputated. He says the bus ran over his arm. And Hezekiah gave him the great idea when they asked him, how'd you lose your arms, or why are you in this AA meeting here? He says, I fell off the wagon. That's what happened to Hezekiah. He's Amish. He told his story. He fell off the wagon. They don't have cars there. They have wagons. He fell off the wagon, and the next wagon over ran over his arm. So Tommy told Al, the bartender, write that one down. And he used it, and someone asked, he says he fell off the wagon. And except in his case, he has two wagons. A roll over his arm. And he's been listening to, Tommy has, listening to Hezekiah talk about the Amish country, and he thinks it's great. Tommy does, because he's tired of listening to Woo just rant and rave every day about what he's not doing right. And Rhea's nagging and nagging all the time. That's hard to read, but it is readable. You just can't see it. I don't even have to get a magnifying glass. But yeah, if the 4 to 4 by 6 print are too small, you laminate them, they fit into your wallet, make a nice business card other than the paper kind you usually see, isn't it? Looks a little bit better. It fits in your wallet, that's why it's got to be small. 2 to a 4 by 6 print, for sure, you'll be able to read this stuff. Yeah, and I can read it without this. And the reason it looks a little dark around some of that numbers, I will use like a drop shadow around the print to make it stand out, and that's the reason it looks that way. Otherwise, it wouldn't be as viewable, even with the 2 to a 4 by 6 print thing. Oh, we got some saints. Oh, you can have those in your wallet too if you want. He's been listening. Tommy has been listening to Hezekiah, and he's tired of listening to Rhea nag and nag and nag, dropping those hints about getting married. And yes, she went to that masquerade party with him as the dummy, and her the ventriloquist, and she put plugs in his ears so he couldn't hear. And she had him propose to her, so she's got it on video now. So he's holding it out over his head, and he's wanting to hit the road, and he thinks Amish country is a great place to go because Hezekiah makes it sound so good, except for the wagon. So he asks, where is this Amish country? And he tells Tami that you don't want to go there. It's real cold, and it's not. You have to chop wood all day, and you can't chop wood. Chop wood and plow, and you don't have those fancy tractors to do that with. You got to use the axe to chop wood. You can't use a chainsaw. Oh, there's a chainsaw. No, that's something on the Eagle Rock out there. You gotta, it could be dangerous for you because I know what happens around wood chippers with you. The same thing can happen with axes, and all you got's the two legs and the head. So he tells him, that's not a good idea. If you think about going to Amish country, just come see me and I'll buy you a drink, and we'll get you over that. And later on that night, Tommy be going back home, crawling through the doggy door, and he says, ow. And Rhea says, well, you shouldn't have stayed so late at the bar. Your AA meeting was over long ago. And she sees what the problem is. He has a dart in the back of his head. And he explains that, he and Hezekiah were playing darts, and everybody leaves the room or ducks for cover there. Al's thinking about having a dartboard in a separate room there for Tommy, because he has to fling. Somebody walking past to interrupt my terrible here. He has to fling the dart with his mouth. He's tried tossing it with his foot, but it's the same effect. And so nobody will play darts with him until they get drunk enough. And then, that happens. Tommy himself got hit with the dart because he didn't wait. Hezekiah was getting another drink at the bar. And he tells Tommy, you think Rhea's a bad nag here. Wait till you get to Amish country, and the first thing she does when you get home is ask you to churn butter. You've been out plowing all day. And she wants you to churn butter. Hezekiah, he just goes on. And Tommy, as Hezekiah was getting that next round, Tommy was going over, to get the darts off the dartboard there. He has to use his mouth. He can't lift his leg up that high. And sure enough, Hezekiah threw it, and it would have been a bullseye, except for Tommy standing in the way. So Rhea pulls the dart out and puts some antiseptic on it. And she says, I'm going to make you wear it. I'm going to make you wear a helmet to that AA meeting if you keep coming back with darts in the back of your head. I'm Milton, some Carter, and this is, come tear down this great wall of evil. Oh, it's missing the part about tearing down the great wall of evil, but you get the point. Me just in all of this, that's the Great Wall of Evil around me. It does other things like a buffoon Trump. When you see someone other than me, my changing eyes in this imagery, and this imagery is March 2018. Just got it. Yesterday, day before. I think it was yesterday because I just started using it yesterday. You see someone other than me, my changing eyes in downtown LA. We started to build in my wheelchair. Oh, got a nice motorized one now. Oh, I still got the other because gold needs to be charged every once in a while. Come see me. Have wit, will travel. Show me the perfect place to build. Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Best people start building with. And if you see a guy just standing by the side of the road here in LA somewhere, he got tired of his promotion. He got a promotion by sticking his arm in the wood chipper. They value blind obedience in the Chinese street. He got tired of nagging, and he's trying to hitchhike, but he just doesn't have that thumb out. Come see me. Let's get started building a better world. I'll make you look cool in imagery, but yeah, you gotta come see me in person. 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065.